Hello everyone. Assetto Corsa Evo just launched yesterday and had some issues at first. It still has, where we had only a couple of vehicles because of the servers or something. But they enabled them to work offline, so now we can drive whatever we want. The game for some reason will require you to have an online connection, even when playing the AI apparently. Cool stuff. I want to give you my honest thoughts about the game after I tried the early access for a bit. I'll start with the driving and tell you how it feels for me. As a sim enthusiast with not much experience with these games, it feels good. Better than Assetto Corsa Competizione for me, for sure. I couldn't get used to ACC driving for the life of me, but this felt more like home. And I have that feeling with iRacing too. So that's my thoughts on the tire model and physics. There are hundreds of creators that do a great job explaining these kinds of things. The force feedback in my MOZA R9 feels good overall, but doesn't give me the fine details I'd like from the curbs and stuff. But hey, I feel when I'm losing grip, so there's that. I didn't play with the force feedback settings too much, by the way. The game doesn't have control presets, but it recognizes your gear. You need to go up to these tabs to configure your pedals and steering wheel. Some of the controls are inverted by default. I fail to understand why that's happening, to be honest, in a lot of games, but it does. So clutch, brake, throttle and handbrake, they were all inverted for me, meaning I could not drive by default at all. Once done with these settings, you can do some hot laps or races with the AI. I didn't particularly like the AI as they are slow in annoying ways. They brake early and they are not very aggressive, meaning if you are good at driving sims with good lap times, they'll get in your way and frustrate you. I'm not good at this, so it's okay, but even I could catch the AI at 100% skill. The sounds are hit and miss for me. I don't know, I don't like the sounds of some cars. No idea if it's work in progress or these are considered feature complete by Kunus. Graphics are again mid, for me at least, as an environment artist. The graphics in video games matter. On some cars the reflections look bad because of smoothing groups of the mesh or something, and the materials on some cars only feel like they have too much metallic in the paint. Maybe it's just me, I don't know, but the paint shader seems cheap. They usually have a very complex and pretty expensive shader because it simulates multiple layers of paint, flakes and some other stuff. I don't see that kind of shader on the cars in this game, even if the teasers left me with the impression I'll get the next gen paint on cars. Rain looks bad. It's just an on-screen effect that doesn't move enough to give you the feeling you are actually moving in relation with the rain. This is very apparent during replays. In car it feels okay as you don't notice it anyway. The windshield effect is great though. I mean, it can be improved, sure, but it's great as it is already. And there is this memory leak or something during the rain. While I was recording a replay for this video, the frame rate reached 16 FPS. That's pretty bad considering the game is not looking next gen at all. The FPS stayed like this even after I stopped OBS, by the way. The frame rates overall are not that great, meaning you won't get over 100 FPS on Ultra with no DLSS in 1440p, even with these specs. If you enable that bullshit, I don't know, you might get more, I have no clue. I didn't try it because it makes my games look like ass. And this one doesn't look that good to begin with. The headlights and stuff during the replays at night are looking old school. There's nothing wrong with them, but the clouds are bad. I wish they would just use static skyboxes blending different sky textures, because the clouds they are using are acting weird, like they have low FPS, and you see their state in every frame, you know. The cars are not displaying any damage at this point, only the UI you have on an icon showing you how damaged your car is. How are all these things arguably worse than ACC, you might ask? Well, the short answer will be because a long one is for another video. ACC is made in Unreal Engine 4. Evo is made with an in-house engine. Most, if not all, small companies can make great game engines for obvious reasons. And I'll stop here. Now, it seems like I hate the game, right? Well, no, I acknowledge its early access. I gave them my money now, meaning I trust Kunos they'll deliver a good experience eventually. But for now, these are my honest impressions, you know, for people who expected a great experience from this early access, you'll be disappointed. So I don't recommend the game right now unless you're a big fan and trust Kunos, because there is not a metric ton of stuff to do in the game, you know. I'll play this again for sure when they'll add Nürburgring with that free roaming mode or whatever it's called, because that's one of the few tracks I actually learned while driving in iRacing. Thanks for watching, and until next time, take care and see ya.